As I said earlier, that interview trended. So people had many things to say, thanks to the responses by the FCT minister. The 35-minute, 46-second interview had a lot of talking points, and we will be looking at those talking points for this conversation. The first is, what party is Wike loyal to? That is a question that any right-thinking Nigerian, any objective person, or anybody who's just following the happenings should ask. When last we looked, Wike was a PDP member, but his actions suggest that he might be loyal to the APC. And so the interviewer asked him about party loyalty, and this is what he had to say.
Because, and that is exactly the point. They don't know. Some people say they don't know where you did, whether an APC you did, whether an PDP.
They go ask you, if I tell them I don't vote for PDP, they don't hear them. Now people when you see, some people too they go sick or they have go sickness. Now people will like to cause confusion. You get the time when you don't hear say, we can say no come out for PDP.
So say you support them, go to your actions and
for the house who are built. I go there and I make them know so we don't have to correct them.
Give them chance.
I don't go feel like I don't be fear man. And I be man. I go build the house. Then you come there so you go come make me come first and now come out. Who go come out? Now you go come out when I make build the house. You want spoil how I build. I don't agree spoil that. I go there. Why I go come out?
Okay. So not only is he a PDP member, he's going nowhere. He's not living there for anyone, according to him. Because in his words, he built that house. So who would he live it for? And then she went on to ask, if the PDP is zones the presidential ticket to the south, right? Will you contest? Because this problem was an article problem. If they now bring it to your south, give us our next candidate. Wike said nope, he will not contest against Tinubu.
I don't contest again. I don't contest.
Why?
Why will contest? I will contest against somebody where they work with.
That means say you support President Tinubu for the next term, and you believe say go win.
Go now who will win him now? After doing that, now who will win? You know, see when I tell you, I tell people something. You go win landslide.
You heard the man. He will not contest. He's working with the president, and the president will win. A landslide victory. Of course, we have to bring it to River State. The battle against Fubara was a state of things, Your Excellency. He says, no, I'm not fighting with him. It's my son. I would never do that. There are people within the ranks and files of the government house that are causing these problems, not my son himself. But let's hear him directly.
No, that's not be bad. I need to fight back to that. Not boy, now my boy, now my son. I will go fight back to that. The people why they fight, I do one thief when they don't walk.
Who be those people?
You don't know them. All these Osnapa, them, all these Adie, them, all of that. The one go high time, do all the way. We say, when the fellow may have them. You know, so when you don't defeat them, they might be said. So defeat them to the final one. After they defeat them now, shave them, they catch them. You know, people don't get shit for life. They say this boy a small boy. So they don't say papa, concert picking. Now then, they don't even want to make the boy call them. Now then they go rush. Boy, I would they want to serve you, want to serve you. Now then they push up now. And one thing I say, you good like that. Now then they see so people are able to. The thing when they put a push up, where is they? They tell a lie, they call money, they collect money. I don't like the young man.
Okay. So the major parts of course, many asked administration and ADT. These are the parts that Nigerians reacted to. Wike's party loyalty, if he will contest in 2027, and the state of things with him and the governor of River State. So my question is, and I have a lot of questions because there are many perspectives to this. Is this a genuine loyalty or strategic move to consolidate power within the current administration? And I'm talking about his refusal to run in 2027, according to him. And what are your thoughts on his thoughts on the crisis in River State? That it's not the fault of his son, but those around him. 0817923 0002. 0817923 0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06-416. As always, we're live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. you can watch, listen, and engage. And when you call, please, it's very important, turn off your radio. Sam, this comment reads, I like the aspect where Wike said Tinubu will win landslide. Yeah, he did say that. And he said a lot of things as well. Okay. Let's see. Do I have comment on Facebook yet? Again, my question is, genuine loyalty or a strategic move to consolidate power within the current administration? And I'm speaking to Wike ruling out a 2027 presidential bid and affirming his loyalty to the president. Patrick calls from HA. Hello, Patrick. Good evening.
Sam, I greet you.
I greet you too.
Patrick Amada, I'm calling from my friend.
Go ahead.
Yes, I believe the talk of the FCC minister saying that he cannot contest come 2027 presidential election.
Patrick, please turn off your radio.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me well now?
Yes, I can.
Yes, I have confidence with what the FCC minister has said, that he cannot contest because of his Oga being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that he has confidence that he will win come 2027 election, that he will not contest. The reason being that when you are a good leader, you have planted people, you have brought people up from different angles. You don't have to struggle when you want to contest election. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have already met his way even before now. Because the last time he contested the election, he will hear with me that everybody has come for that election. We are saying, I give my vote to my Oga. I give my vote to my Oga. So tell me, if Tinubu have planted every person around the country who will come to contest against him. So the FCC minister is very, very correct, and he cannot contest because the man he wants to contest with is a man that listens to him. So
okay,
to put them together to move Nigeria forward.
So Patrick, let me ask you a question. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
I'm glad you used the word planted. Now, let's imagine that the FCT minister wants to run in 2027, right? Let's imagine that he wants to do that.
Yes.
If he maybe becomes a PDP candidate, are you saying it is impossible through credible elections for him to win the president? Is it impossible?
The FCT minister have all the text to win election,
and what?
Against being able to win. His support will make the president to win because he has done it before, and he wants to also do it again. That is why he tell you he don't want to contest, because he don't affect the election of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Okay, so I'm sorry. There was a part I didn't get because the network. Are you saying he can win Tinubu or not?
He said what?
Patrick, thank you very much. Ezekiel calls from Ubimini. Hello.
Good afternoon, SOC.
Good afternoon.
SOC, I think Wike knows that he cannot defeat Tinubu.
Okay.
He cannot defeat him. If they did not defeat him when he was outside the throne or outside the Asorok, I don't think that nobody, even Obi and Atiku, can still do not, because since they made their primaries with dollars, to the extent they retrieved the whole 1,000 naira in Nigeria, making the economy to be hard and be harsh.
What do you mean they retrieved the
whole
whole 1,000?
As at then, Tinubu went through and became the president of Nigeria. Imagine the likeness, Mr. SOC. Then coming to his issue concerning his son, according to him, if he knows that, or if he knew that, why did he go extra mile by supporting and approving the state of emergency in River State, if he knew that the governor was not intentionally doing what he was doing, and he knew that Ostropara and Co. was the person persuading him and deceiving him. I don't know if you're understanding me. So Nyesom had done what he wanted to do in River State to make him Fubra's government ungovernable. Now he had achieved everything by collapsing the whole system, political system, democratic system in River State. Now he is saying that the boy has no problem other than his followers who wants to reap where they did not work.
All right, Ezekiel.
That is still irony. Ezekiel, calling for moving.
Thank you very much. A break comes up. After that, I'll take more of your thoughts. Stay with us.
you have to win your party ticket before you can vie for the general election. That's if anybody wants to contest against the president. So for me, I think that has to be, the starting point. But then again, anybody who is eligible can contest. And I don't believe that, the president automatically has a landslide. And Sam, what really amazes me the most is that the life of this administration has not even got into 2 years. May 29th will be 2 years of the president and some governors who had elections at the same time. They will be completing their 2 years in office. And we're already talking about 2027 general election. Nigeria is the only country where at the end of every election, they start campaigning for the next election immediately, allowing governance to suffer. So for me, it's quite unfortunate what we operate in this country. And I only want to ask, because yesterday some mention of Austin Opara and the likes, and we are talking about peace. So are we saying that if eventually there is peace or there is settlement, the likes of the Austin Opara, the Uche Secondus, and the Maumea, would they also be part of the peace process? Because I'm aware that they are also Rivers people. So a peace that is not total and holistic, how do you describe such a peace? I leave that question for the next person to answer. Thank you. All
right. Well, the next person is Ida from Nkoro. He has a lot on his plate.
Yeah,
hello, Ida.
I greet you especially.
I greet you too. Mufasa asked a question and he said you should answer it.
If you are forgiving your political son, you also forgive every other person.
Okay.
They are all from River State. Austin Opara, Omeya, everybody is from River State. Forgive and forget. If you are not fighting your political son, but you tell assembly members to impeach him, that is fight, my brother. But let's not go into that. We are looking for peace. So forgive everybody who have offended you, and pleading the governor of River State, His Excellency Latin Fubara, to forgive all those who have offended him, and the minister to also forgive those who have offended him. Because when two elephants fight, the River State will suffer. We are losing investors in River State. People are going out. So that somebody from another state will leave our state to go in state. So our River State will bounce back under Governor Latin Fubara. So that the light that are shining will still shine, because River State is in darkness. Thank you very much. God bless. I remain on the Revita from Nkoro.
All right, Ida. I've never heard the quote stated like that. When two elephants fight, Rivers people suffer. That's interesting. Chima calls from Rumokuta. Good evening, Chima.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Oracle.
Good evening.
Welcome back, my brother.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Oracle, President Tinubu is the luckiest man as he stands now in Nigerian politics.
How so?
Because the only person that would have matched him down is supposed to be Wike. He has the whole apparatus. Because if the PDP had allowed Wike that time, even people at the time testified it that he was scared of Wike. Even Kwankwaso said it by then. But if he has gotten Wike's loyalty, and Wike has said he's going to support him, I believe Tinubu is a very lucky person. Then the aspect of the one of Rivers State, I want to say that if Simla Ifubara, the Congress governor, allowed himself to become a vessel to carry things that now begin to wander to wound River State, I believe that he should learn from it now, because from the segment of Wike, he wasn't fighting Simla Ifubara, but he saw person. Mr. Oracle, the devil comes in different forms. So when the devil comes like this, you don't look at the vessel that is carrying it. You fight the devil as the devil. You understand that what Wike did. Okay. But what I want to say to Simla Ifubara, that he should not allow himself again to be used. Because desperately speaking, I am not happy that the Wike is forgiving Simla Ifubara.
You're not happy?
Because because I understand that if he had succeeded in bringing Wike down, he would have done it, because he was so desperate about it. But the issue is that Wike is very quick to forgiving. We all know that. So he's enjoying it now. But I want to tell Wike something, that the prodigal son didn't return back to his father because he repented. He only came back because he didn't succeed in the journey that he went for.
Oh my goodness.
And as I speak to you now, I am feeling like the elder brother of the prodigal son, because my own father has now said that Simla Ifubara is his son. Then me that has been here since, although I'm still his son, but let him kill another cow for me. Let me eat too.
Okay.
Thank you very much. My name is Chima Dike. I'm going for Mokuta.
Congratulations, prodigal firstborn. JJ calls from Rumibu. Hello. Why are you laughing? What is funny?
Is like comic relief when you hear some things at times. Well, it's now, who sang that song? Please forgive me. I don't know what I do. You know that song, right?
Yeah, that should be Bryan Adams.
It's like what we are singing in River State right now. But when we talk about political son and political father, when this crisis started, the first person to use that phrase was our governor, Simnalaye Fubara. When everybody was pumping fire and brimstone, he called everybody and said, look, this is a fight between father and son. And that was how peace was maintained at the time when they play which Champions League final. I think it was Chelsea versus Bayern Munich. And they interviewed the Bayern Munich coach at the time. And you know what he said? That we played against a side who refused to play. You understand what I'm saying? So that was how that crisis is. But telling me that if you have the opportunity, you will not contest against the president. Sam, this is 2025, am I right?
That's right.
We still have 2026 before the 2027 elections.
Okay.
I would say let's cross our fingers, grab your popcorn and your juice and be showing. What if the table turns tomorrow? Like 50 Cent in his song, 21 Questions. Girl, you seem to love me now.
JJ.
Thank you very much. Bro.
Thank you very much. I signed up for a lot of things. That was not one of them. Susie and Lebari, I'll be speaking with you shortly. Let's see what's happening on WhatsApp. Edioma Joseph says the FCT minister is right in his position. There are no opposition parties, including... Okay, I think I'm taking that. Okay. Rosemary Peterside says, fake, all fake. Some people that speak from both sides of their mouth. Successful king. I totally agree with Wike. That man is a political guru. Kingsley Obunna says Tinubu should trust Wike at his own peril. And thank God, Atuebu, we want a total reconciliation and not half reconciliation. That's interesting. I'll be heading to WhatsApp shortly, but Lebari calls from Bori. Hello, Lebari.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, brother. My brilliant brother Sam, once again.
Good evening.
Yeah, the interview of our former governor on BBC BT. Just with maximum respect, his body deal of Esau, but his voice sound like Jacob. Well, he was not fighting his son. He mentioned some name. So why can't he fight those people directly? Because those people, they were not the governor of Rivers State. Fighting his son, who is the governor of Rivers State, it also means that he's fighting the entire people of Rivers State. He selected some name out. I was even thinking we mentioned my name. So he was not fighting me. So why am I not suffering now? Thank you.
Okay.
I come a
Thank you very much. That was straight to the point. Susie from Erema. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Let me start from the beginning.
Can you speak up, please?
I'm here. I am here.
Okay, go ahead.
The fight, mostly as Wike has said about those whom he actually detested, before even him became the governor, there were a kind of difference between this group of persons that Wike have mentioned. That is another phase of divisibility. And when him became the governor, this group of people came and hinged, hiding under the auspices of the governor, who also sold into them to fight Wike. So why don't they also come out without having on that thing to fight Wike on themselves. And this man is telling you that I don't want to, this group of people are not those that I want to work with. Oracle, let me tell you, as I'm standing here speaking from the Rema community, there are some of your callers on this radio station. I can never for any reason work with them. Till this work ends, I can never have business with them. Because I know what they did to me.
Susie.
But I cannot go the other way around. But I will decide not to actually have them as friends whatsoever.
Susie, what is the
but
problem?
I actually work for the governor. All of us work for the governor. So if there is any peace today, we will come down to that round table. But I see those people, I can never for any reason have anything to do with them. And that is what Wike is telling you. That I would have reconciled with my own soul like I'm doing. But I see this group of people, this group of men, I can never work with them. So when they're telling you that I will not contest, that's what is known as political projection. Projections of politics does not have time. You can project people from the day that you are being sworn in. Because it's like a chess game. Because it's like a timetable, a logarithm. That is how politics is. So if you're saying that Wike is speaking from both sides of his mouth, don't you know that it is someone that has that mouth? Because political system does not run only in a parallel line. He will go for different school of thought and ideology and project it. Wike is doing what he knows how to do best. And that is what he's supposed to be.
Okay,
so if he says he's not going to work with other people, which is a conduct and so, people should allow him to take his decision because he has a responsibility.
It's okay.
He has defeated them over and over. Just like we have defeated them in this part of.
It's okay, Susie. It's okay. This heaven that all of us will finally enter, don't you want a slot? The same way Atiku is giving Obi a slot for VP. Will you not like a slot in heaven? Because one of the things that will deprive you of that slot is the spirit of unforgiveness. You say you can never work with such people. My brother, forgive. So that you can make it on the last day. Gift calls from Yenogwa. Hello, Gift.
Sam Oracle Tinubu, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Go ahead.
Let me join my wonderful brother and friend from Erema, Egypt.
Okay.
Let me tell you, Oracle, there is something you need to understand in this thing called politics.
Tell me.
Thank God you are not playing this game. I'm happy you are not part of it. If you know the sleepless night, the effort that people used to put in place before a candidate will emerge as a candidate of a political party, everything is involved. This man that he mentioned used a particular language, that this particular young man is a boy. They cannot serve Wike as his master and serve him at the same time that he's a boy. Today, they are the ones running around. Today, they are the ones who went to him to give those kind of advice that has caused this governor to be suspended. That is what he's talking about. Where were these men? It's like when people on the local palace will say, when men were men, where were they? That is the question. We've been shouting on top of our voices, and somebody like you on a particular day, I listened to you when you use word that Shima DK from Rumokuta and this from Yenegwa. Why shout? These are the things we are talking about. The strength, the passion, everything. You put everything in place. You don't want to know whatever anybody is saying. Then after succeeding in bringing a young man from nowhere, that is the truth politically, from nowhere, I'm not talking about as a civil servant, politically, nobody knew him. First 50, first 100 is not part of it. But you emerged as the governor. Then the first thing you did after 100 days in office, when we are talking about how to share the booty or whatever you want to call it, because that is the normal thing. Nobody should pretend that people who never sow, they never did anything, but they are now reaping. And you expect Wike to laugh with such kind of... I love what my brother said, Susie from Erema. There are some persons that you can never work with because they never gave this man any good advice. I will stop here because I'm not happy. The one of Mr. President, the former governor is 100% right. He should give him the support. After all, Donald Trump, after losing the election, he started planning for the next one, and today is there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's see. Messages on WhatsApp. Is it wise to start a fight that you know very well that you cannot win? It is politically wise for Wike to wait for his time, just like Tinubu waited for Buhari. You didn't give your name, but you gave your thoughts. Wike says he cannot leave PDP, but he's supporting an APC presidential candidate. Is there an alliance between PDP and APC? Is he not committing anti-party offense? How does he want PDP stakeholders to see him? All well from Port Hackett is asking. Hi, Chinedu, can you see when a man double speaks? How can Wike now turn and say he's not fighting SIM? Was he not the same person who said Tinubu saved SIM by the declaration of a state of emergency? That he wanted SIM out? I do not see Wike in PDP. He's not of PDP, but just there to see the final burial of the party. Barry from Bori says, Sam Chinedu, Wike is a pragmatic politician. In terms of politics, he can articulate extensively. He's a juggernaut in Nigeria's politics. He knows the Nigerian political terrain. For 2027, it will not favor him. That's from Ipalibo Tilo Harry. And one more comment, and I get back to the phone lines. I disagree with Wike. I will not be a minister. I will not interfere with SIM's administration when I finish my tenure. Now I will not contest for 2027's presidency. I think we should believe people by their past public statements. Even in politics, Wike is not loyal to anyone except he's using you. That's from Ibibia, fine man. Lugard calls from Eche. Hello, Lugard.
Yeah, Samara Tinubu.
Good evening.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Lugaman from Eche.
Go ahead.
Yes, I want to first of all say the interview granted by FCT Minister. Well, I don't blame FCT Minister in person. I blame Mr. President who allow himself to be used by FCT Minister.
To be used?
Did FCT Minister have power to suspend the governor? The answer is no. It is Tinubu that did what he did in Rivers State that made FCT Minister to come out today, begin to tell us whom he loved and whom he did not love. And let me tell you, these people he's mentioning today are the people that saved him. Because this plan now is plan B. His plan A failed him woefully.
What was
during
plan
the time
A?
of impeachment.
Okay, impeachment.
He tried all he could in making sure he impeached him. Had it been him was removed that time, where could have been seen become his godson or God is this or God that? So please, I want to urge him that those people that fought for you, that rallied around you when you were in pain, like a BSC person as them, that Ome had them, who mobilized their people in making sure that what FCT Minister planned didn't come to pass. Please don't forget them. Whatever FCT Minister is telling you today, I know he's afraid of your organic support because you have supporters more than him. He's not giving you conditions. Well, let's see how it goes because I believe too well that Rivers State is not owned by FCT Minister. He has ruled his APS uninterrupted.
All right.
And he's today giving us conditions.
Thank you, Lugaman.
Because of he wants to tycoon the resources of Rivers State. Well, we are watching.
Okay.
Lugaman from Eche.
Thank you very much. Madam Dota, good evening.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I apologize, but can you do it in 1 minute?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
The Abuja landlord has told us that he will stay in the PDP because it's a house he built. I agree completely with him. Looking back at what the party went through, and he stood by that the party is still living to today. Our big people that went abroad didn't care about the party surviving. They cannot come and push the man out of his party. I agree with him. He should stay there. Stay with them in that house called PDP. And that my take home, Sam.
Yep.
It's simple. One thing that I know that the suspended governor must know by today, as a Rivers man, is that the Rivers person will tell him the truth. And so, those who were coming and talking because of what they want to get into their stomach,
Okay, Madam Dota.
he should begin to know them well
That's 1 minute.
and know how he will follow them.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Bukana, thank you and have a nice day, sir.
Have a wonderful day. Well, we wrap up conversation here and now. Thanks for being a part of it.
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.